Hi, I'm Kennedy. For my family field trip, we went to Alcatraz Island. Alcatraz is located in San Francisco Bay in Northern California. While we waited for the boat to take us from the pier to the island, we were surrounded by information and building models of the island to give us an overall picture of where we were headed. The only way workers, families, etc. could get off the island was from a boat. If they had to get groceries, go to a restaurant, or go to buy presents, they would have to go by boat. When we got on the island, a park ranger greeted us and gave us an overall idea about what we would see or where we could go to. If it wasn't for him, we could have missed a lot of things. For example, there is a trail called the Agave Trail. The Agave Trail is only open for 2 months in the winter because birds nest on the trail. Next, we were headed to the inside of the prison to take the audio tour, which was a way for us to learn what they did when the prison was open, including seeing all of the jail cells. To start off the audio tour, we saw and learned about when they first got into the prison. They had to take off all their clothes to make sure that they didn't have any weapons in front of everybody. It must have been humiliating. I also learned some other stories about people who tried to escape jail that failed. During the tour, I learned about the daily life of an average prisoner. From recreation time to cell time to dining time. What I found most interesting of Alcatraz is that there was kids just like you and me who had fun and who played there. Alcatraz, it's like its own city. Famous prisoner William Baker soon became an author. When we visited Alcatraz, he was there signing his books. Another interesting part was that they had cells set up like someone was living there. For example, in one cell, there was a picture of art that a person would have done, and in another cell, there were games and a radio. The jail cells were divided in lines by C Street, D Street, or other street names. Also, they were divided by how serious your crime or thing you did was. When I stood in the prison cell, I felt cold, and it was dark. I couldn't understand how people could live there for 10 years and not feel lonely, scared, or feel like they would die soon. In the 1960s, a group of smart Indians went to abandoned Alcatraz and claimed it for their land. I think Alcatraz is historically significant to California because it is a very old jail that was home to many very bad criminals like Al Capone. Thank you for joining me on this adventurous trip to Alcatraz.